It's probably the second best survival game, Ark being the first. And Ark was awesome until they added in all the bullshit. They overdid it.
Okay. Alrighty. So, hello Internet. You're here to watch us play badly at a game again.
Woohoo!
So, Richard is sick, so he can't join us, but Rick is here. We're going to play Heroes of Terrinoth, which is a re-implementation of Warhammer Adventures. It's basically a card-based dungeon crawler. So I'll explain a little bit as we go. Whatever I get wrong, you know my attitude on that. Piss off. By the way, in case you care, Rick, I don't care if we're politically correct.
All right.
Let me just check the mic volume real quick. Say something.
Something.
All right, cool. We're recording.
I was pretty loud.
Yeah. These videos are not professional. All right,
Just
so
like our attitude when we play.
just like our attitude all the time. You want to be first player or you want me to?
You can go first since I have
Sure.
not played it.
Let the healer go first.
I almost took a healer. But...
So, we draw the first... So this is the main bad guy. He's the nemesis. This is the exploration deck, so sometimes you can draw an item out of here.
Okay.
These are the locations. There are only 3 of them. And these are all the bad guys. You custom build the bad guys to the solution, to the quest you're doing.
Okay.
So I'll read the quest. All right, the story so far. You've traveled a day from Goldhall across the pastoral landscape of Arlfeld. They just make up these words to make me read them badly. Stop at a quaint roadside inn only as the sun dipped low enough that travel, even in this heartland of Terrinoth, became impractical, especially now, with word of goblins in the area. Obviously, we're awesome heroes if goblins are something we're worried about. You've only just tucked into a modest supper in the inn when a haggard man bursts through the door, clutching a dark stain on the arm of his tunic. "Goblins!" he gasps, sagging heavily against your table. "On the road, dozens! One of them says he's a king." You've heard of this self-styled king of all goblins, strong, devious, and cowardly enough to keep himself alive. He may not be the worthy foe you imagine for yourself, but he'll be a good start. Thus, tutorial quest. So the victory at the end of the round, if the final location is fully explored and Splig is defeated, you win. Read the victory on the back aloud. If all heroes are defeated, you lose. Read defeated on the back of the quest. All right, so what happens is this is like your timeline, and it moves across here. And as you hit these different colors, these different things can happen. And that happens at it goes hero phase, enemy phase, peril phase, travel phase. Travel phase means you move to travel to a new location if we've explored the location enough. Peril phase is when this stuff happens. All right, so we'll flip over the first location, which is the roadside inn. It says we have 1 face-up bad guy and 3 in the shadows. So you would go in turns taking a face-up, but there's only 1 that's going to come to me for right now. Goody, it's Goblin Archers. Actually, that's kind of sweet because they came engaged to me, which means I can hit them because they like to retreat and take shots.
Yep. Makes sense.
And then a rat swarm. Oh, we're not supposed to know that. We don't know that that's a rat swarm. Nobody saw that. And then we have 3 in the shadows. We don't know what they are until either we attack them or they move during the enemy phase. So right now we don't know what they are. Does it say anything else? At the end of the travel phase, each hero may discard 1 success to recover 1 health. So it requires 6 successes. So this game's all totally based on successes. We're going to roll these dice. And this is a 2 successes, 1 success. A defense, because whenever you attack something, it gets an opportunity to strike back at you. And the counter-strike dice are here. Counter-attack dice are here. And then this is a critical. And a critical lets you take a success token and roll again. So it's kind of cool when they chain. Because sometimes you'll roll a crit, and keep rolling. You can only ever have 5 extra successes. Although you can't hold successes from turn to turn, but you can aid each other and give each other success tokens.
Okay.
So, and then when they attack, this is the counter attack. That does 8. They deal their damage back to you. So this is their damage. This here's their damage.
Yep.
This is their shield, which means every time you attack them, they get to take that off. And this is their health.
Okay.
So if you ever get this, if something's in play that has a threat activation, like so if he's out, then you trigger that threat effect. Some locations have a threat action too. All right. So when you take during the hero phase, we're playing 2 players, so we have 10 extra health, and we each get 2 activations. Because if you were playing with 4, you would, everybody would get 1.
Okay.
If you were playing with 3, the current leader gets 1. Gets 1 extra. Actually, no, the current leader decides who goes another time, I believe. So it's kind of pretty well balanced, I think. So I guess when you take an activation, you tap this.
Yep.
If you ever, at the beginning of your turn when you need to do an activation, I think it's at the beginning, don't have all 4 of your cards tapped. You take 2 damage and untap everything. But usually what will happen is you'll use your rest, which one of the actions it does is readies all your activation cards. So you have something with a campfire symbol. It does other things as well. But then some people like my field medic ability, I can target someone else. You can only use this aid skill on another player. You can't use it on yourself. But I can target you, and like in this case, it says you may also ready any 1 activation card. So there's a lot of ways that you're supposed to synergize and help each other and all that good stuff. Right. And we're going to have to do some exploration to get those exploration tokens. So I'm going to attack this guy first. He's only got 2 hit points. When resolving your action, you may change shields into 1 result. 1 shield into 1 result. So that's kind of cool. There's only 1 bad guy, so I only have to roll in front of me.
So you're not using one of these?
I am going to use one of these. Okay. I'm going to use Clobber. So you may become engaged with 1 enemy. I already am. And I roll 2 attack dice. And I claim a success automatically, which is interesting. So you have a counter strike dice for everyone that's engaged with you. So I have plenty to kill him because I have.
That's a 2. Right?
This is 2, and then I have the ability to turn that into another success. That's on my card. So you want to pay attention to your ability on your card. Right there's.
Oh yeah, I may reroll 1 die.
But then I've got another one. So theoretically, you're supposed to take a success token, so you remember that.
Is that his dice that you rolled?
That's his dice. He attacked me, and so because I've got enough successes, I'm not going to turn that into that. I'm going to use that as a shield, so his 1 damage doesn't hit me. So that's plenty to kill him. If this enemy is in shadows, the hero with the fewest engaged enemies suffers 2. Okay. So he's dead.
He wasn't in the shadows.
Oh, he's dead. Dead. How do we want to put this guy? We'll put these over here so that they're not, because the engaged get in front of us.
Okay.
All right, so that's what I've done there. I get to claim 1 of these. And that is my entire turn. So now, like your attack, does it say you can engage an enemy?
You may become engaged with 1 enemy.
All right, so you can pick an enemy to become engaged with if you want to.
Attack with 2 dice. Before resolving this action, you may target up to 2 enemies.
Right, so if you engaged 1 new enemy and then you had a second one, had a second one already in front of you, you could spread the dice across those enemies.
All right. So
now you can keep up to 5 successes, so you can later use them if somebody aids you, like when I aid you, or if something gives you a success.
But only for this turn.
You can if you're allowed to take this, you keep that until you spent it.
Oh, okay.
So put put that there on
All right.
Ulvik Albright.
Well, I might as well engage one of them, right?
Sure. Which one do you want to engage?
So I'll just take this one closest
Okay.
to me. He has 1 attack, 4 hit points, no shields. Goblin Witcher. If this enemy is engaged with you, become weakened. He has a hex.
Yeah, so this is
During
their
his
this
turn.
is during their turn what they do. The sequence of events that they do. All he can do right now is defend himself.
Right. So I get 2 dice, and he gets 1, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Yes. So
These are 2, right?
Nope, that's 1, but it also is it allows you to roll again. So for each of those you can roll again. So you have 2 right now.
And I get to roll them
And
both
you get to
again.
roll them both again.
And then I should tap that so I don't forget.
And
There's
that's
4 with
5.
another roll.
That's 5. That's 5 with another roll because this is worth
yep.
2.
5.
Yep.
And I'm hoping for a shield.
6. And
Yeah, I got the shield.
you struck him hard and put the shield up at the last second. So he's dead. Okay. So now I'm going to do an exploration during my turn. Oh, I only get 2. Explore 2. And I have 2 successes that I can put on here. So we have 2 of the 6 that we need.
Oh, we have to get 6 of them out
You have to get 6. That number there is how many you need. And I get to draw an exploration card. So let's see what that is. Precarious footing. You may discard 1 success. If you do, an enemy engaged with you suffers a damage. That doesn't do me any good because I don't have any enemies engaged with me. So that's the end of my turn. So now you may...
I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing. Advance, which is explore with 2 dice. Draw and resolve 1 exploration card, and then claim 1 of the star things.
Okay, so that's
2,
2.
and I still reroll.
Yep,
So 3.
3. So now we're
So
at
that's good.
5.
And then I
Of a
get
6.
1 of these cards.
Yep.
Bloodguard Codex. At the start of your activation, you may exhaust 1 activation card. If you do, claim 2 of the star tokens that you have in front of you, right? That's what that symbol is.
Yes, that's a success token.
And I get 1 of those.
Yeah, so just grab 1 from right there.
And this goes on this card, or
You can just put it on your character. You can use it for anything.
all right. Well, I have an item.
All right. And give me just a moment because it seems like they should be numerous effects, particularly location of peril spawns enemy. When an enemy spawns, a party leader draws spawning enemies. So
we
enemies.
pause the game for a brief intermission and
Yes.
roll check.
Well, it seems like the enemies should be spawning, but maybe not in this first location. Maybe they don't spawn on the regular in this location. Resolving success. Sure, I'm doing something wrong. All right.
We won the first round.
And the party leader draws. Yeah, it doesn't say that you spawn more. So I think there are things that cause you to spawn more. All right, so now we're going to do the enemy phase. So we've done our attack phase. It feels so great, but now we're about to, So going in turn order.
About to take a hit.
This guy does whatever he does. Swarm. The enemy becomes engaged with the hero with the most engaged enemies. Well, there aren't any, so it'll just come to me. And then you get to flip that guy over. He's yours.
He's mine. A rat swarm.
Same thing.
And we engage with the most
Um,
enemies. dice.
And I guess, actually, technically, I should have done that and then resolved him attacking me. And then you should have done the same thing. So he does, he does swarm. And then he does his attack, right? No. They apparently don't inflict. Is the number of wounds equal to... Yeah, it doesn't inflict. So what happens is when you're... So they do damage to you when you're activating if you don't kill them.
And I take it some of them are different because these have different stuff on them. Like these would have attacked.
Yes. So if you notice,
but
these guys...
Form. So these just add to...
Right. These guys hex you, then they retreat, then they inflict.
And these guys just... So, okay.
How do they inflict if they have retreated?
Are they ranged? These are ranged. Do they have a ranged?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, obviously we're going to do things wrong. Oh yeah, they would inflict on the... Yes, they would inflict on the active player, who's the player who drew them, who's activating them. So, but... So anytime we want to take an action now, these guys get a chance to do damage to us, even though we're not attacking them. So even our other actions, they get an opportunity to do damage to us. Okay, so now we're on to the peril phase. And the peril phase just says advance this. Nothing's triggered the area yet because we're not to the green. Then we are on the travel phase. That's the only time you could travel to... you could, after you've activated this. So that means next turn we'll have to go all the way through our turns before we can travel to the next place.
Okay.
Resolving success, attack, aid. After traveling to a new location. Yeah, that's fine. The peril phase moves it to a gray space. No peril effect. At the end of the enemy phase, after all enemies are exhausted. Also, if they had attacked and done damage, they would be exhausted. Yeah, it doesn't look like we draw new enemies. So, it's next turn, and we can do our thing.
So we untap?
Nope.
We don't untap.
The only way to untap is to have somebody use something on you that untaps you.
Oh.
Or to heal.
Alrighty.
So, this is where, you got to strategically use the cards. So, I'm going to go first. One more thing I want to look up is, can you change who's the first player? Party leader. Doesn't say that you switch party leader at the end of the round. After all phases are resolved, the party resolves the end of round. Party leader is the hero. Is the active hero. After the end of the round, the heroes start the next round with another hero phase.
So
already
is aid healing then?
Aid helps someone else.
Right. Does it heal you?
Nope. It
So
does not.
What does it actually do then?
Well, it depends on your heal. Like my aid recovers 2 health. Your aid...
Mine says roll 2 dice. It says aid and it has 2 dice symbols.
That lets you give that number of successes to the other player. I believe. The hero chooses another hero. The hero... For each success, the chosen hero claims 1 success token, placing it in your play area. So that allows you to use that later.
And these are used to change dice.
Not to change dice, to add successes.
To guarantee a success.
Well, the nice thing about these dice is you're always going to have, you don't have anything negative, you don't have any blank spots, but if you're not getting hit, these aren't the greatest.
Right.
So I'm going to I'm going to aid you, which lets you ready a activation card. And you get... Oh, and I get to take one of these guys. And he did hit me. The bastard.
Oh,
he hit
because
me.
he's attacking.
Because he's attacking because I'm taking an action.
Yep.
So I gave you 2 success tokens, and I'll give you 2 if you want to give me 1 hit point of damage.
Is that what that is?
No, the red ones. Yes.
Sorry.
So I took I got bloodied a little to help you out. You can ready an activation card, and if you were damaged, you could recover 2 because I'm the healer.
Right. I'm not damaged. I did recover my attack.
So now you can do whatever you want to do.
And I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of this rat swarm.
Okay.
So I get 2 dice, and he gets 1 dice on me.
My rat storm's a master.
So it says I may become engaged with one enemy. I'm already engaged. Does that mean I can make him come over to me?
I don't know if you can force him to come over, but let's look.
Or is it only from the shadows?
I think you can... I don't think you can attack things that are not in front of you. I know you can attack things that are not in front of you. But I do think you can engage things if it says engage that are in an opponent's area. So let's look up engagement. I mean, I should know this. I recently became engaged. Totally different. Cause an enemy become engaged from the hero and enemy.
Yes, I hope your engagement is not a constant battle.
Doesn't have lots of rat swarms. Yeah, you can choose one in shadows or engage with another person. So if you want to pull that rat swarm off of me, you can do that.
I will pull that rat swarm off from you.
And then depending on how many hits you get, you may spread the damage.
So he's also going to attack me, right?
Yes, so now you have 2 dice of love.
But I'm attacking this. Oh, actually, I can attack...
You can spread the damage across 2 targets, right?
Yes. Before resolving this action, you may target up to 2 enemies.
Yeah. So you're targeting both enemies, but that doesn't mean you're not going to put all the damage on one.
So I block them.
You block that.
And I get 1, but I can spend these.
You can spend all of those. Yep.
Well, if I spend 2, then this one dies.
That one dies.
So let's do that.
And you could spend the other one to put a damage on the other guy if you wanted.
We'll leave him right here for now, as is. And then, so I've tapped that again. And now it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to rest.
But at least you don't get hit.
Yes. The healer appreciates this. I'm a healer with a big sword. Must be a paladin. Rest when resolving the action. Oh, I don't have to use one of these. Haha. If all of your other activation cards are exhausted, choose one other hero. That hero recovers a hit point. Oh.
But I didn't take any damage. So.
I know. I'm just saying for future use.
Yeah.
So, rest. I think rest gives me healing as well. For each success during a rest, the hero recovers 1 wound. Yay.
So you're healed.
So I got a 1, and so I'm healed. I'm sure I should keep that nearby. Also, like in mine, I may exhaust 1 minion engaged with me, which would mean if I exhaust him, then on future attacks he can't do anything. Also, during his attack phase, they don't untap until the end of, or unexhaust. I know tap is copyrighted by Magic. Fantasy Flight's always like, no, it's exhaustion, it's not tapping. So when resolving this action, apply +1 shield to the results. Okay. I untap everything. And that is the end of my actions. So now it is your turn.
Alright, well, I guess I will do a regroup because I can't attack, and that helps only you, which you just
Yeah, healed.
Did everything. So you may exhaust one minion engaged with you.
So exhaust him.
Exhaust him. I rest.
That's before your rest action?
Yep.
So that means you don't have to roll when you're... you don't have to roll for his damage because it happened first.
Rest is 1 die. When resolving this action, apply a +1 shield to the results. So the shield would have protected me anyway.
Right.
But so that's one. If all your, so I would heal 1 if I was damaged, but I'm not. If all your other cards are exhausted, claim a thing. They're not, and then ready all your activation cards. So basically, it just readies me and exhausts him, which was important.
All right. So we're done. Now we're going to do the peril phase. So the peril phase, we move this to green. What does this say?
Does he untap for his turn?
Oh, yeah. So during the enemy phase... Yeah, we should do the enemy phase, shouldn't we?
But there is one little rat swarm left.
There's an enemy.
Not worried about him, but...
No, but what's going to happen is he can't attack, so he can't do anything because he's exhausted. So what will happen is he will end up just readying at the end of the phase.
And since he had an action, I get to attack him like he did me?
No, that's not how the game works.
I want to kill him!
So we move it to green, and green says, in a show of coordination, perhaps more dumb luck than actual tactical planning, the goblins encircle you to foul your pursuit. Okay. For each goblin in play, the party leader chooses one hero to suffer a damage. Each hero upgrades an activation card. So, there are no goblins in play because we killed them. But we get to choose one. But once you've chosen a path, one of the 2 paths, then any future upgrades have to come from that path. So
there's 2 paths in here.
Yeah, so there's going to, like in my case, it says healer disciple, healer spirit speaker.
We go.
So I'll take just a second to take a look at this.
And we can take any one of the
them
right now,
to upgrade one of these.
After that, it becomes
just the remainder of that path. So it's kind of a cool in one session upgrade path. I kind of like that. Massive Darkness does that too. You know, we've played a lot of dungeon crawlers, and the original Descent's that way, but the new Descent's definitely a campaign game, definitely built that way. So is Imperial Assault. How often can you play a campaign? I mean, that's the problem we have with Gloomhaven a little bit. We're doing it every other Thursday, but even then it drops off, and and it's just the 2 of us. But if you're trying to get 4 people together for a campaign, like the D&D campaign, half the people aren't going to be here tomorrow. And that's okay. I get it. People have lives.
You mean I can show up and fondle some of their sleeping corpses?
Well, I mean, if you want to show up, we can make you an NPC for one game. We have a thief who likes to run around naked that keeps encountering the party who may or may not be part demigod. Anyways, so Massive Darkness does this too. During gameplay, you upgrade throughout that session. But then when you play another scenario, it's completely... Where Descent, you didn't really upgrade, you just got new items in the original Descent.
Okay, so these are going to be upgrades and they replace...
They replace whichever one you choose, and then that's the path you're going to go down. So do I want to hit things? Because, I mean, I kind of like hitting things. Or do I want to explore like mad? I'm going to let you go with hitting things, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to explore like a mother. My guidance is the explorer.
Oh, I don't know. I like the idea of being a berserker, but then the knight seems to help you better.
I'm going to be a spirit seeker. Spirit speaker. So this is my pile now. I can only be spirit speaker in the future. I like the Grim rule. If you ever have to... If there are multiple valid ways to interpret that an enemy can resolve a keyword, the hero should choose the way that sucks the most for them. I mean, it doesn't say suck, but...
So you've played this before. Will we get all 4 of these eventually, or no?
Not in this mission, but you will get one more, I believe. So this is like the beginning mission, so I don't think that you're going to get all 4 in this one. But in other ones, yes, definitely will.
In that case, I'm going Berserker on them.
Excellent. Berserker is a good choice.
I will take the Skullcracker.
All right.
In a longer mission, there's stuff that would help you.
Yeah, so in other missions, there are more key things that... And then I think there are locations that trigger that, and it just all depends. Okay. They're not really longer. They're all 3 locations, but it's like the more difficult ones.
Yeah. All right.
Unless otherwise spawn. Interesting. So really, you don't get somebody new in Shadows every time? I could have sworn we were doing that on a regular basis.
Did you discard your first card, or did you just...
I just put it over here to get it out of the way. Right. It's up to you. You can do it however you want to do it.
Overlaying it.
Okay, so we can't do anything during the travel phase because we don't have enough to travel.
Right.
But during the travel phase, at the end of the travel phase, each hero may discard one success to heal it. Thing. What sucks about this is I don't think if I spend extra exploration tokens, you get to carry them over.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
One of us has to do it.
Yeah.
So, are you still first person? I believe it goes back to our turn now.
So we can't travel, can't take advantage of the travel feature. So I'm going to do the exploration, which I get to use 3. We get a shit ton of exploration. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's never going to happen in combat for me. 7. Okay, so it's got a ton of exploration.
Good thing I'm a fighter.
Sometimes you put those on there because other time there are creatures that can pull them off. Right. We don't have any creatures in play right now. And then I get to resolve one of these.
So we just need 1 on there to finish it? Or do we need it? Or
yeah, we can put... I mean, you can put 7 on there if it makes you happy.
Makes
Falling debris. Something disturbs loose shards of stones from above, requiring you to act quickly. Either discard 2 of these or heal, or suffer 2 healing. Yep, you suck. I'll take 2 damage. I'm not going to discard successes just yet. 2 damage. 2 damn damage. And then you become focused.
And we cannot... I can't explore into the next area until we actually travel here?
Correct. All right. So, part of my exploration lets you become focused, which is a nice thing that lets you reroll 2 dice. So theoretically, you could reroll 3, can't you, during an attack?
Resolving your action, you may discard this card to reroll up to 2 dice.
I'm going to check Board Game Geek real quick.
For what?
I just am uncomfortable with a game that doesn't add monsters all the time.
Clause number 2, rule check.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says that we do, so... Okay, so then, I mean, that kind of... It's good and bad because it means we have to use 2 activations. So we're going to be tapped things when we go into the next round, but that's okay. That's probably some other balance.
At the start of your activation, I can exhaust 1 card to claim 2 of the victories.
2 successes, okay.
So I'm going to do that. And I might as well get rid of the Explorer because we don't need it right now.
Yeah, but we'll need it at the beginning of the next one.
Yeah, but...
So you're going to have to do 2 things right now. I would say do an aid and then a rest. Because nothing else really helps us, right? Unless you want to get something from the exploration pile. Then do an explore. Because you're
saying you want me to heal you.
No, the aid doesn't heal. The aid adds success tokens.
Oh, okay.
But if you want an item from this pile, just do the explore.
Right. Well, I'm gonna.
Because that also gives you a success token, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about killing the stupid Rex one.
Oh, you have a monster in front of you. I'm totally ignoring the monster in front of you.
I was gonna tap this, kill him this time, and then I'll do something to reset everything on the end.
You're going to kill him when?
Right now.
That Explorer doesn't kill him.
Huh?
Attack kills him, not Explorer.
This was that card. I had to tap a card to get the 2 successes at the beginning of my turn.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I understand. I didn't read that card. All right, cool.
So now it's my actual turn, and I'm going
That's an interesting benefit.
I'm going to skull crack him.
So 3 and...
So I get, you may engage up to 2. 3 of this. He has 1. And I may suffer 1 damage to reroll a die, but I can reroll a die anyway for my normal ability.
And you're doing 5 damage.
5, 6, 7. So he dies.
He does 1 point of damage to you.
You may reroll 1 die, so I may reroll his die?
No, you may not reroll his die.
Well, you know. So, alright, I'll take 1 point of damage. That's not a big deal.
I mean, if you wanted, you could reroll one of yours to see if you can get shield. Because you've already got 5 damage on him.
Oh, you're right. I might as well use that ability.
Right.
Because 4 is all I need. Plus, I actually have
5.
You
have 5. Hey, you got the shield.
No damage.
No damage, and he dies. Woohoo!
Alright.
Wrong
pile.
Oh, yeah. Well, we put it on top of Splig. I didn't want to ever fight Splig. All right, cool. All right.
So then tap that, and it's your turn.
Then I'll do the stupid heal because I need all my cards back at the beginning of next turn. Doesn't really matter. Oh, look, I got a critical. And then everything's healed again. And that's it for me. And I assume you're going to do the same?
Yeah.
So that you can...
Basically, it just readies all my cards.
Yep.
If all your other cards, then I would claim 1, but... And since you did it, I don't need to aid you, so... Alright. And now it's the enemy turn. Which there are no enemies, which means... I assume time advances.
Yeah. I really just don't think that's right. But
won't more enemies come?
Yeah, they're definitely all going to come at the next one. And then probably the next one brings enemies on a regular basis. So we do enemy phase, nothing happens. Peril phase, by doom.
Yeah, we got to get going.
By screwing around.
This ends when we get here?
No, what happens is this happens every round. The badness of that happens every round. So yeah, if we should have probably tried to get that exploration done.
Well, we did as much as we can. We both explored the first time.
Yeah.
We missed it by 1. So
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have done something to untap one of your cards or something. Okay, so then we do the peril phase, which we just did. Nothing bad happens. Then we do the travel phase. Discards the active location to any progress, as well as all enemies and shadows, except for a nemesis. So that's kind of cool. If you decide to explore the shit out of a place.
So that goes
That's gone.
away.
Okay, we
Yay!
get this.
Where are we going?
3 and
The
1.
dark forest.
Wait, that's the opposite. So we get 1, and then you get 1.
It's a goblin witcher.
I get 1, and then 1 goes into the shadow. All right. So these are the guys who like to retreat. We need 7. At the end of the travel phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy dice. On that, he becomes poisoned. On that, spawn 1 enemy face down in shadows. Aha. So this is how they send shit at us. Okay.
That one does?
Yes. So on a skull, you spawn an enemy. On this, you become poisoned. I become poisoned. So that's fantastic. I can constantly become poisoned here.
Well, is it just you or both of us?
It says at the end of the travel phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy dice on a counterattack. He or she becomes poisoned.
Oh.
So
You get poisoned.
I get poisoned a lot. Yeah. Okay. So if we get to Splig, he's going to constantly be spawning 2 enemies every turn. So
It's okay.
it's okay. We will kill him.
I kill everything.
I will kill this goblin witcher before he tries to retreat. And I get 2 attack. 2 that I have to defend from. Yay! Clobber. Oop, I can only use 2 dice.
Ooh.
Yes, those are actually fine. Because there's no threat in play. So there's 2 damage. 3 damage. 4 damage. 5 damage. I only can attack 1 guy. It's going to be this guy, and he's going to do 2 damage to me. Because there's not much I can do about it.
Yep. But he's gone.
No, he didn't counter-strike, did he? Yeah,
He got
those
the
don't count.
skulls.
Those don't count. So
no damage.
So no damage to me.
But he's dead.
But he's damaged. He's dead.
And he needed 5, which is what you got.
He needed yes, because he
shield.
has a shield. Or toughness, I think they call it.
So that is your turn, right?
That is my turn.
Well, my Skullcracker says I can become engaged with up to 2 enemies, so I will draw him off from you.
Okay. I appreciate that. I'll get whatever this is.
1, 2, 3. And then
2.
both of these again.
So 1 does damage to you. But you have plenty of shields.
Right, so I can cross that damage out.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 points there.
Well, you've got 3 points total. You don't just use both.
Oh, you use both? I thought
Yes.
it was one or the other.
Nope.
So I have 3, so this is dead. We'll kill the
Or you can
swarm.
use a success and kill that.
Well, I was thinking about playing the 3 successes on here, so he'll have 1 point left, right?
Sure.
Is that smart?
Well, the problem is he attacks from the shadows.
Oh.
Because he retreats. He'll hex
Alright,
you
well
and
then
then
let's
retreat.
use 1 and kill him, and we'll leave this rat swarm, which are easy to defeat. And then, well, I could have re-rolled. How can I target up to 3 enemies when I can only be engaged with up to 2?
You may engage. How many enemies? What's it say? You can engage 2 enemies?
You may target up to 3
No,
enemies.
at the beginning, what's it say though?
You may become engaged with up to 2.
So that means you may become engaged with 2 additional. So if you already had 1, you could be like, come to me!
I could have brought this one here too.
Yes. But I'm not sure that would have been wise.
No,
but...
and I'm not going to, but I was thinking 2 is the most we could have in front of us.
No. I think 3 is the most you can have in front of and then they do damage to you and go back or something like that.
Right. It's your turn for your second phase.
Tis my turn.
Action.
And I'm going to do this. Explore. Well, that's crappy. That's 3 exploration. Yeah, I know. I was hoping for more.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my second action.
All right. Well, I think it's probably good. Do I want it? We're going to go into their turn next. I could aid you, or...
I've got lots of health. I'm at 23.
When... Oh, I could do this and exhaust the swarm again. But he's not going to do much. I'm going to explore as well, which gives me 2 dice. Did you draw an exploration card then? Did you get to do that? You explored. Don't you get a card?
Oh, I'm glad you were paying attention. Yeah. Maybe I don't want this card.
Maybe you don't.
Regenerating aura. The unnatural fog clouds the way. Your wounds begin to heal, but you feel drained from the process. Recover 2 wounds and become weakened. I'm not sure if that's good. Let's see what weakened. What does weakened do? At the start of your activation, if all of your activation cards are readied, discard this card. At the end of your activation, after either exhaust 1 activation card or suffer a damage. Well, I've done both of my activations.
All right, here goes my explorer, my advance. 1, 2.
Did you roll a black?
Oh, for him?
Yeah.
I did not, but I can.
Yay, nothing.
So, 2. 3.
3.
Cool. Getting there. We're always 1 off.
We are 1 off.
That was my second phase, so that makes
That means the enemy phase.
Yep, and he's swarm. He doesn't do anything.
Right, but it goes first me. And I got Goblin Archers, who do an aimed shot, then retreat, then inflict. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, they don't advance. Jackasses. So, an aim shot, if this enemy is in the shadows, the hero with the fewest engaged enemies suffers 2 damage. And that would be me.
You get your 2 damage back.
I get my 2 back, and I'm sure I'm going to get more here in a second. Then they retreat, then they inflict 1 damage on me. Jackasses.
Good thing you drew that. Oh, I get an item card too for my exploring.
Cool.
Draw 1 and resolve. And I also get a
success, right?
Success at the end of that. Cursed Statue event. So you look upon the dragon statue, a voice in your head asks if you seek power. Of course I seek power, I'm a berserker. You feel your hands reaching forward toward its fangs. You may suffer 1 damage. If you do, become focused. It says you may suffer.
Yes.
I mean, I have a choice.
Yeah, you don't have to suffer the damage
I'm
and get the focus. You can't become focused twice. So
it's a non-event for me.
You chose not to seek power. You were like, I am powerful enough. I need nothing.
Dragon
Okay.
Teeth mean nothing to me. I
So-
probably killed the dragon.
The enemies have done their enemy-ish things, and we move along the peril track to the blue.
No.
No. More goblins circle around behind you, working with their comrades to surround your party. An ambush! Spawn 1 goblin from the enemy discard pile. Engage with each hero. Each hero upgrades an activation card. So we each get a goblin.
From the ones we already killed?
Yeah. So I guess if we're spawning one and it's not telling us what kind, we'll just randomly pick.
Are they all goblins or all goblins.
Yeah, all the ones that I put in that pile were goblins.
Right. I got a Goblin Witcher.
Why don't you pick one for me?
You sure?
Sure. No.
I got you a Goblin Witcher as well, but he
thank
doesn't
you.
have shields. Mine has a shield.
Oh, you've got the Master Goblin Witcher. Okay, now the game's beginning to feel like it's punishing. Okay.
Well, they don't want the tutorial mission to kill you off too quickly.
Too quickly,
So
otherwise you won't
second
play.
one.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they kill and punish you.
So each hero gets to upgrade.
Ooh,
Yeah.
an upgrade. Da-da-da-da. More Berserker powers.
Oh my.
This sounds more like me. Get rid of those cards underneath. Right, I'm going to provoke.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nature's Remedy. Okay.
That is their phase, right?
That's their phase. And then that's the peril phase. And now we do the travel phase. And I think there's something at the travel phase. Yep. At the travel phase, the party leader rolls a dang dice. And on a skull, we spawn an enemy face down in the shadows.
Nice.
Yeah, that feels more like what I expected.
Well, we are in the dark forest, for crying out loud. So, now I believe it is your turn, right?
Yes, it is my turn. And start of your activation. If all cards are ready, discard this. And I think I am going to have to rest.
Well, what's your other option?
I can heal you. I can aid and heal you.
No, which I don't need
And-
healing.
Well, this aid, later it'll be useful. Target hero may ready one activation card and exhaust one minion. So, aiding you, I figure you'll start pulling things and I'll start aiding you. But for right now, I'm going to do heal myself.
Well, that would be good because I can pull more creatures toward me and I can get a victory thing, and then you would be able to activate a card and you get 3 dice for aid.
So, you may exhaust one minion in front of you, so I will exhaust that guy, and he doesn't get to hurt me right now. I can rest for 1. Apply a shield to the result, but that doesn't matter. Ooh. So 1 success. 3 successes! Haha! I healed. Fully healed. I feel very rested. If all of your other cards are exhausted, they aren't. I can ready all my activation cards. At the end of your activation, either exhaust a card or take a damage. I will take 1 because I don't want to exhaust a card. And because I've got the stupid weaken. And then you can go, and then I'll go, and at the beginning of my activation, I'll get rid of the weaken.
Alright. Well, I'm going to have to do a regroup myself, which allows me to exhaust. So I'm going to exhaust him. Then I rest.
You have to also roll a black because there's a guy in front of you. Unexhausted.
Which doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. And you can roll again if that... Does that...
So
successes heal you on that one?
It just says rest 1 dice when
Yes.
absolving.
So that heals you,
Okay,
but you don't
I
care.
Yeah. So, and it didn't. I get a shield anyway, so even if you would have hit. If all your things claim that they're not, but I get to reactivate those.
Cool.
So that was 1 phase.
Yep. Now at the beginning of my phase, I don't have, at the start of your activation, if all your activation cards are ready, discard this. I'm no longer feeling weakened from that supposedly helpful mist. And now, I'm thinking he's exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to explore.
We only need one.
The problem with this is then we're going to have a lot of enemies out when we get to the last area. But that's okay.
I'm going to start killing them.
Boom. 2. And 3. So, just grab another 3.
Plenty.
And that's it. We're explored. Choose one hero. That hero becomes focused. You have stayed focused.
Yes.
Every time I explore, I give you focus, so you may want to use it a little bit.
I haven't needed to. Dice rolls have been good.
They have.
Alright, well, me going to crack some skull. So, I can engage with up to 2 enemies. I have 2 in front of me.
You can pull that guy if you want, or you can pull that guy.
I can pull a stupid archer. And I might as well find out what he is and pull him.
Wow, I don't think you can have 4 enemies in front of you.
We'll find out.
I thought you could have a maximum of 3, and if you get another one in front of you, that it does some damage and then it runs away.
And I can hit this one that's exhausted, right?
Yes, you can. A hero may never have more than 3 enemies engaged with them. When a 4th engages a hero, it inflicts its damage and then retreats to the shadows.
All right. Well,
so you probably don't want to do that.
And I will just attack these 3 in front of me. So I get 2 of their dice. No, 4 dice, right?
What's that?
He
can't attack.
All right, so
just those 2. Maybe that's the reason you can only have 3 is because they didn't want to include more dice.
All right, so those 2 hit me, right? Those are hits on me.
Those are hits from the 2 that are. Yep.
But I got 4 damage on them.
And you could use a success.
And I could use this and kill 2 of them. Mm-hmm. No, he can't attack me. So let's do that. Let's get rid of these 2.
Yeah, I covered Splig, didn't I? When I put all those back. I don't know why. I just don't like Splig. He's unattractive.
Well, if you keep covering him and we have to draw again, he'll come out early. Guarantee it. And then I take 2 damage.
2 damage, yep.
Which is fine. And that is tapped. Now that is us each having 2 phases, so now it is...
Now it is enemies.
Spawn Satan. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Because you start with the leader. So I get some love.
You get it.
And I get the Goblin Archers. Now, during the enemy phases, they just reveal. I think they just reveal. I'm supposed to actually do the guy who's in front of me, aren't I? Choosing an enemy to activate, a hero must choose an enemy that is engaged with them, if possible. If there are none, or if all of them are exhausted, the hero chooses an enemy in shadows. Right. So I get... So I do get that because they're exhausted.
Yep.
If chosen, it is flipped face up and activated. So he doesn't engage with me. Unless it says he engages with me. Which he doesn't say that. He says... Aimed shot. The hero with the fewest enemies is shot. So it'll be me because I'm also the leader. Because it defaults, I think, to the leader if you have the fewest enemies.
Leader wins all ties.
The leader wins all ties. I'm about to give you this stupid leadership thing. So I'm going to take 3 damage because he also... Nope, I'm going to take 4 damage because he inflicts his damage and he did 2. So give me 4. Oh, he's the master. The other guy wasn't a master, so that's why he was only 3 damage. So, I'm fine. So that's that guy. And then the other guys are exhausted. So that's good. And then they untap. Peril phase. We move 1 more on this track. Getting dangerously close to the Splig of Doom. And then travel. Now, at the end of the travel phase, I don't think we have to do that because we can get rid of the card. Party leader discards the active location and progresses as well as... Ooh. Party leader discards the active location and any progress on it, as well as all enemies in shadows, except for Nemesis.
Oh yeah, so
he gets discarded. This gets discarded. Those go back to there. And okay, 3 in shadows, 1 in front. So I'll take 1 in front of me. Boom. Ugh, he's not very nice. And then if you want to put 3 in shadows. At the start of the travel phase, the party leader chooses 1 hero. That hero may ready 1 activation card and roll 1 enemy dice on the enemy spawns its face down in shadows. All right, so we're at the Brigand camp. Okay. So we are at the new location.
So we have to explore that.
Yeah, so our win condition is at the end of the round, if the final location is fully explored and Splig is defeated, you win. Read victory on the back. But Splig doesn't come out, I don't think. Splig is in the Nemesis lair. Spawn him, engaged with the party leader. Yeah, so.
Well, he's going to come out.
He's going to come out.
We're not going to get 8. Okay.
So, this is going to get messy.
Yeah. I can't attack right now. Skullbreaker is exhausted. I can explore or I can help you with
Here's what I'm thinking.
An activation card.
I will hit these... Oh, that ogre's ugly. I'm going to attack this turn, and you explore this turn, and the next turn I will do an aid, which will heal you, and it will let you untap a card, which would allow you to attack.
I can do that. I was thinking about trying to use Provoke, which will let you untap a card and give you 3 dice for aid.
Well, that's fine too. We can aid the shit out of each other.
I upgraded it. I'd like to use it at least once.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do my attack.
But exploring is important too, so it's kind
of maybe smarter if I explore. I got 3 dice. So you think I should attack the people in front of me? I mean, you think I should just aid you this turn and not attack?
Well, you can do that, and I can pull both of them off from you onto me.
I'm gonna attack. I want to smack things. I want to punch things. I'm not an ogre. I don't know why I'm talking that way.
I missed you, and you did 2.
I did 2 damage, and I'm going to use a success to do 3, so I can kill the ogre.
Yeah,
because he does 2 damage.
All right.
It's with him. Goodbye, my success dice. Oh, I get to claim one of these back for attacking.
Oh, that's nice. You need to roll. He had 2 though.
What's that?
You rolled 2 dice. He's got a 1, and he's...
No, you roll for each monster.
Oh.
And if...
I thought...
And the monster who does the most damage is the one who does his damage first. So if I had only gotten 1, then he would have done his damage. If I had gotten 2, then I would have gotten 3 damage.
For each.
No, you're just rolling for the number of monsters in front of you. We've just only had monsters that are doing 1.
This is just when they attack us.
That's the amount of damage that they do.
Oh.
And then you always use the guy who can do the most damage if they are able to attack.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my activation.
So, the 2 cards you got tapped are what? Attack and...
Attack and one with nature, the Explorer.
So... Yeah, I want to become engaged. So I'm going to provoke him. So I may become engaged with 2 enemies. So I'm going to pull him.
Okay.
Feeling...
If you
have at least 2 enemies engaged with you, you
claim 1 success.
But I'm thinking about taking one of these guys too.
Oh, you're feeling brave. Well, okay.
Because I can be engaged with 2 enemies.
Yep. Become engaged with 2 more enemies.
If any of them come out after me, then I'm going to take damage. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that.
And then roll 3 for aid.
Aid. Oh, that's on me?
No, you're aiding me. You're
Yeah.
giving me successes.
Oh, but I have to roll it.
Yes.
Not you. And these give you successes.
He's giving me successes to use later.
So you need, like, a lot. So there's 3.
There's 3. 4.
4.
Well, that's all I can have. You can have a maximum of 5.
All right.
And I already have
Well,
one.
I got you 5.
You gave me 5, so that's good.
And then the target hero
Mm-hmm.
can ready 1 activation card.
Well, shit, I'm going to activate...
Explore, right?
Explore, and then explore the shit out of that.
Well, they get a turn first, though. Because that's 2.
Oh, is that... No, I did my attack. We've only each gone once. Right?
Yeah, because that was left over from before.
Right.
Right.
But I'm not sure if I should explore or if I should allow you to smack some shit and give you some successes.
Well, I'm thinking if you explore, we at least get that part of the objective done because you got 5 guarantee.
Yeah.
You only need 3. 3 or more, so you can use them for something else. Look at
So
that.
it's 3. There's
4
4.
of them. And you can
And I
use
put
4 of
4
yours.
on there, so we're at 8.
Nice.
I explored the shit out of it.
Then at least we got 1 card done. Now all we gotta do is focus on combat.
And I get... Choose 1 hero. You become focused again. Critical movement. You think you can use the Aeon Long to travel to the best possible moment in time to give you an advantage. Keep this card. During a peril phase, you may discard this card to move the peril token to the green or blue spaces on the peril track instead of moving it normally. Well, we want Splig out, but we also might want to advance.
So what's your options with it?
During the peril phase, you may discard this card to move the peril token to the blue or green space on the peril track instead of moving it normally.
Oh, well, blue would be
Blue-
just 1 back, right?
Blue would be 1 back and spawns 1 goblin enemy for each of us.
That gives us a little more time to.
It gives us a little more time, and it lets us advance.
Yeah.
Another skill.
Another skill.
I mean, I kind of like that. So we're keeping that shit. Critical moment.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So now
Looks like
you
we're
are going to do what? You going to rest? Get all your shit back?
Well, yeah, unless I explore, which would give me another card.
I mean, it's fully
get a
explored.
card. Yeah, but I'd get the card and
Sure.
success. But I can do the regroup, which allows me to exhaust a monster.
Yeah. So
So goodbye, Goblin Master. Night night. I get to roll. I automatically get a shield, so he's not going to do any damage to me. So I don't need to roll. Oh, that heals me though, right? Is that what rescue?
Yes.
So I do want to roll.
Yay. All right. You got rid of both your
Rid of
damage.
my damage.
But I think you're going to get quite a little bit here in the near future.
They're not all, and then I just get to ready them. So now
Now the enemies go.
the enemies go.
I
So
activate. I'll activate this guy. Then you'll activate that guy. Then I'll activate a guy. Then you'll get a new one. I'll get 2 new ones. Isn't that great? I activated a bandit, and he advances. He backstabs. This is enemies engage with you, and you have at least 1 other enemy. I suffer a damage, but I don't. Then he inflicts his 1 damage. So you want to give me a 3, and I'll keep these around because I'm sure I'm going to get more damage. And then you activate
so I
that guy.
activate, so he does hex, retreat, inflict.
Yeah. So,
So
what's
I
hex?
become weakened. If the enemy is engaged with you, become weakened.
So you get that lovely thing to go with your focused.
That's alright at the start of your activation. If all your cards are ready, discard it.
Cool. And it only affects you at the end of your activation, I think.
Yeah, at the
Okay.
end.
Good timing on that.
Yep.
Then he retreats. Then he does 1 damage to you.
He retreats back to here,
Yep.
and I take a point. Okay. Then you get to activate another one.
Get to activate another one. Put that guy in front of me.
He's not exhausted though.
He's exhausted because he did his thing. When they activate, they become exhausted. It's just we haven't been doing that because it doesn't matter. We haven't had that many enemies to keep track of. And I got a Master Bandit. He advances. I have somebody else with me, so I take that additional damage, and then he inflicts his damage. See, I told you I was going to get that.
So this guy doesn't unexhaust until the end of their turn?
Until the end of their turn.
Okay. So then I guess...
Then that guy's yours. Flip him over and see what he does.
Cave Spider.
Uh-oh.
He's wimpy. But he has poison, advance, inflict.
So he poisons you.
If the enemy is engaged... If this enemy is engaged with you, become poisoned.
Cool, he wasn't engaged with you yet.
But then he advances to me.
Now he's engaged, yep. And now he inflicts his 1 point of damage. I really kind of like the way the system works.
Yeah.
Because these things here make these guys all act really differently.
Yes.
So, and there's a ton of monsters in the base box that you don't see because if you look at the back of this...
Tells you what?
It tells you how to set up the enemy deck. It tells you how to set up the locations and how to set up this. So
no, I like it.
This is
I
ripe.
like all games.
This is ripe for expansions. I mean, I looked at this and went, "Yeah, they're planning to do expansions."
They're smart.
And the original Warhammer Quest adventure card game. It was really good, but it was campaign stuff. So your progress happened as you moved along the campaign. So that meant you still had to get the group together and stuff like that. The other thing I didn't like was it was Warhammer Fantasy in that universe, and you had people, and I know it probably doesn't matter to a lot of people, but you had characters working together that in that world would never have worked. The Eldar are never going to work with an orc, or a dwarf. The Eldar are never going to work with a dwarf, but they had them working together. It's like, that's not very likely. So we have enough for that.
Yeah, what's after the monsters?
So they've gone. Peril happens. I'd like to use this.
Oh, surprise.
I think we only move it back to blue, and then we get some goblins. Spawn 1 goblin from the enemy discard pile. So
just one, huh?
For each of us.
1 per player.
1 per player. So draw 1 for me, and then draw 1 for you. And I think they spawn engaged, right? Spawn 1 enemy from the discard pile engaged with each hero, and each hero may then upgrade.
I got archers.
I got a witcher.
And then we get to upgrade.
And then we get to upgrade, which is the only reason I chose to do that mainly. Is, I get another upgrade. Yes, nature's fury. Feel my fury.
Well, I don't need to explore anymore, so I think we'll do the campfire.
This one was tapped, wasn't it? Which one did I use?
You explored last.
I explored, but what did I do before that?
There was another one that was...
Oh, I healed.
Your attack was...
I healed.
I thought you attacked. Then I fixed your explorer, and then
you're right. Okay.
Again.
Yep. You are correct. Dang it! I'd like to attack it with my new toy, but you're totally right. Okay. So
what happens after the travel phase?
Also, at the end of the enemy phase, we didn't untap these guys.
You're right. So now they're all untapped.
At the end of the so the peril phase happens. We moved it. Hold on. During the peril phase, you may discard it. Instead of moving it normally. So we have 2 turns before Splig comes out. So let's clear some crap out.
Right. But now doesn't the travel phase happen?
Travel phase happens and...
So that just moves over, right?
No, I mean, you don't clear that. We have to get all that on there, but it doesn't. We stay in this setting.
Oh.
So we still have to do... At the start of the travel phase, the player chooses 1 hero. That hero can ready an activation card and rolls an enemy dice.
So that happens now?
Yeah, I guess I'll choose me. because you can't ready anything, right?
True.
So I will ready bitch slapping.
Yeah.
And I will roll to see if we spawn anything. Oh, we spawn something. Spawn one enemy face down in the shadow.
Well, that's okay.
Yes.
We gotta kill some shit.
We gotta kill some shit.
Some shit's gonna die.
Alright. So
You're up
it's
first.
my
Right?
turn to smack some
I wonder what you're
things.
gonna do.
I think I'm gonna use my newfound smackery. You may engage with one enemy. You may exhaust one minion engaged with you. So
That might be a good move.
exhaust him because he does hexy stuff, and I don't want him to do that. And then I can attack and then claim a success afterwards. So I got 2 coming at me. And that does nothing because Splig isn't in play yet.
That does
Those 2 cancel each other out. That's 1 success.
2 with that.
2, 3, 4 successes. I could burn all 5 and kill the bandits, which I think I will.
Sounds good.
Boom. Boom. And then I claim one of these back.
Oh, you get one for killing, or
What's that?
Or
Yeah, at the end of my card it says claim
cool.
one of those. But you notice they do it at the end before you inflict your damage.
all right? I get to get rid of my weekend because all my cards are up, and
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was-
crack some skulls. So I get to roll these to attack with.
And 3 guys can attack you
And
back.
So I have to attack all 3. Look at that, 3 blanks. Woohoo!
And,
woohoo. And there's 3 damage,
3
so
damage.
far, and I get to keep rolling for 5
5
damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, wrong one.
This one has a shield, so 5 kills
So
him.
there's 5 right there. But if I use my 3 successes, I can kill.
You can only target 2, right?
Nope. You may target up to 3 enemies.
Oh, well.
Skullcracker.
You're
So
smacking them
I
all.
think I will use all 3 of those and get rid of all 3 of these.
All right.
Clearing the way. Don't need to re-roll anything.
All right. So what do I want to do next? Well, I'm going to give you some successes. You may.
Holy crap.
Yeah, you get 5 successes. You recover 3 health, and you may exhaust one enemy engaged with you.
Don't need to do that.
You may also activate a card.
Sweet. 2, 3. Oh, I'm ready.
You are ready.
So my turn again.
It's your turn again.
Well, I guess I have to provoke. You may become engaged with 2 enemies.
Well, do you want to provoke or do you want to attack and pull these 2?
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah,
oh,
you just
because I can
untapped it.
become engaged with.
Yep.
But this way I'm going to aid you and then let you ready a card.
I'm going to do a rest at the beginning of the next turn, so...
Okay. All right. Well then, I might as well.
I think we're better off to pull the enemies
Might as well
before
crack
Sprig
some
comes
more
out.
skulls, and I'll just take both of these. Or do you want yours off from you?
No, I can, he's exhausted right now. He won't do any damage to me next turn. We'll be fine.
So I get 2 enemy dice, and I get my 3 attacks.
And you have 5 successes. Ooh, 2
2 damage, but I do have a shield.
And
so
only
1
2
damage
success.
is no. So 2 successes. So with 1 I can kill that, and those 4 I can kill him.
Yes, you can, and take a damage.
I will take that trade. 1 point of damage. 2 dead monsters. And it is the enemy's turn.
Enemy's turn. There's no enemies. He untaps. Peril moves there, and nothing happens. I'm going to use that next turn, so I'm going to choose you to activate a card. Because I'm going to ready everything next turn anyway, so I might as well fully rest you up.
Oh yeah, because we get that on the travel thing. Right. Okay. That's just a good thing. There's nothing bad happens.
You have to roll a dice to see if we get an enemy. And we do! An enemy face down. That's okay.
Yeah, we're down to 2. We'll be okay. I can probably kill both of them.
Spawn
Maybe not. I don't have any extra successes this time.
Alright, so then I'm gonna heal thyself. So I get to roll a black because he's right there. And I get an extra shield. You may change a shield result. I get a shield automatically. So he doesn't do anything. It can exhaust a minion. Haha. Do that anyways. I only heal 1. If all of your other activation cards are exhausted, choose one other hero. That hero recovers a health. So you make recover a health.
Nice.
Ready all of mine. And I only heal 1, but that's okay. I was after the activations anyways. Actually, I think I'm going to use this as a success and heal 2. Alright. That's my turn. Would you like to pull some bitches?
Yeah, I can pull both of those?
Yeah.
During my attack? So yeah, I'm going to attack and bring them.
He's going to come over exhausted. He's very tired. But he still ran over to you.
So I just roll 1 black dice then.
1 black dice.
And then my
3 attacks.
Berserker mode! So 1 hit. But I got a shield.
So you got 3.
3 points. 4 points.
4 points.
Hex or poison? So basically I kill him and he
put
has
3 damage on him.
3 damage on him. First time we didn't kill one, just damaged him. That's all
This
right.
is the tutorial mission.
That's okay.
Alright.
So that was 1 each.
Yep.
So
Well, I don't have anything better to do than to aid you. And allow you to punish him for existing. Because my aid unlocks one of your activations. So you get 3 successes. 3 health, but you don't need that. And you don't need to exhaust the guy, and you get 1 activation card reactivated.
cool.
Alright.
Which means I literally can crush him, huh?
Yes, you can totally crush him. Now, you don't have to, because Splig is going to come in next turn, but that's okay.
That's alright. He's way dead.
Yes, quite dead. So you have to tap your card. Do you get anything for any other bonuses?
No.
Alright. So, enemy phase. There are no enemies. We smote them quite nicely. So now, we move this ahead. And Splig cackles as more of his minions join the fray. Now you'll see why you don't mess with the king of all goblins. Spawn 2 enemies in shadows. Then if Splig is in the Nemesis lair, spawn him engage with the party leader. Oh, you're coming to me, huh? I'm assuming we'll have to reshuffle if he spawns more.
I would assume so.
Which will be interesting because you do those in a specific order, but we'll just reshuffle now. All right, now keep in mind, anytime we get a black now, that happens. Yep.
What is it?
Discard a success or a progress from the active location, which will force us to have to re-explore in order to beat him.
It's okay.
That's okay. So, while the activation is fully explored, apply a -1 to this enemy's resilience. Okay, cool. So he's only got a 1 for a shield. So he spawned in front of me. Now
we do travel, right?
we do travel. So
You get to choose someone and activate.
I'm going to have you activate your bitch slapping.
Oh, you want me to pull him over to me, don't you?
Well, I'm going to hit him, and then I'm going to say, why don't you pull him?
You slap him, I hit him.
Okay. And then if you want to roll and see if we're going to get one more guy in shadow.
Sure, you want me to cause our doom. No!
You did not cause our doom. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to use Nature's Fury. You may become engaged with enemy. You may exhaust one minion engaged with you, so I can't exhaust him. I do 3 of these, and he gets 1. No skulls!
Oh, you
Son
got
of a
skull.
bitch!
And the
You
skull is
may exhaust. I don't have one to exhaust, so we have to pull one of these off. Dick. Okay, that's fine.
But you did 3 points of damage.
I did 3 points of damage to him. He didn't do any damage to me.
Oh, no, you don't, because he's got a shield.
So I did 2.
You did 1.
No, I did 2 because... Oh, it's not fully... It's not... Okay, yeah, I did 1. If it was fully explored, it's a -1 to that. It says right here, while the active location is fully explored, apply a -1.
But it's not.
But it's not fully explored, so he only got 1 damage. Damn it! That was not satisfying.
Well, you literally slapped him.
I slapped him a little bit.
All right, so now it's my turn.
Yep.
Well, heck, I'm gonna pull him over to me.
And there's no point in pulling the other guys because you aren't probably going
Right.
to put more than 10 damage out. You might. I'm not saying
I'm
going to
get all
skull
doubles,
crack.
man.
You can skull crack him.
And he gets 1 dice. Nothing there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
5 right now.
Mm-hmm. You can go to 8. Oh, he also takes one of these off. Jackass. Unless you want
why
to. It
did
depends.
he take one off? I didn't roll that.
You rolled this.
I rolled this one.
Oh, okay, good.
No.
I thought you rolled the skull. I'm happy.
So I'm just debating if I want to re-roll. Because I can really re-roll.
Oops.
I can discard this and roll 2 dice. I don't want to roll that. Or do we want... I put 5, which will actually be
5 would...
4. So he'll be half dead.
Why would 5 be 4?
He has a shield. Right? He has a shield of 2.
Right, but that's not from every dice. That's from every attack.
Right, I did a total of 5.
You did a total of 5, so that would be 4. Then if you use your focus...
Well, that just allows me to re-roll
Oh, okay.
up to 2 dice. I was
I
debating
thought
if I
it
wanted
added,
to try
okay.
for an... So I'm thinking...
Or you could add successes.
Actually, he has 2 shield because it is not fully...
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you could
he
use 2
gets
successes.
He gets 3 points of damage.
Yeah, unless you add successes.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had these. So that gives me 5, and this would give 6.
So that would put him at put 2
So he
threes
has
on.
3
health left.
3 health left. So yes, I'm smacking him.
You smacked him a lot harder than I smacked him.
Now you can take him.
Okay, so that is that once or twice for us?
That is once, because he just came out. So second action.
Yeah, I gotta decide if I'm gonna fully heal or if I'm gonna explore.
Either way.
I'm gonna heal thyself. So rest for 1. There's no enemies in front of me. Hey, cool. 1 and a shield, and I can turn a shield into a success, so I can take 2.
So you need a 1.
I need a 1.
Doesn't it just flip it over?
I've never noticed that. I mean, I've only played it 3 times, but wow, I'm glad you noticed that.
I was looking at them earlier. I'm like, I think they just flip over. Yep.
These aren't the same though, are they? They are the same, so we have to be a little more careful with those.
Yeah.
All right, so I've rested. Resolving this action, apply if all of your cards, blah, and then boom. I'm back.
All right. I think I will go ahead and explore. So, because I want that up. Now, and we can have more than 8 on there?
Yes, so that when he does negatives...
So I get to roll 2 dice.
Yep.
I did not upgrade this one. Let's move him over there. So...
You put 2 more successes on
So we get 2 on there. So we have 1 extra.
We have 1 extra, and now he's fully explored.
If we do damage...
So now his resistance is only -1.
Yes.
And claim a success.
So I get a success, and I also get an item card.
Oh, yeah.
Good or bad. A tangled web event. Your limbs catch in a sticky, diaphanous web of a spider. Hopefully its maker is not close by. Roll 1 enemy die on a star. Suffer 2 damage, otherwise become weakened. Lovely card. And I suffer 2 damage. That's alright.
Yeah, you're not too badly off.
I have lots of health. And you can have that card back to wherever.
I don't want it. Nobody wants that card.
No one wants it. And now it is the enemy's turn.
So I will draw a guy. And it is a bandit. He advances. He backstabs, which doesn't do anything. And then he inflicts his 1 damage. So I'll take a damage. And then...
Oh, this sucks. So I'm going to activate him. He advances, inflicts damage, and then retreats.
Yes, he does.
So he's going to inflict
2
damage to me. There's actually 2 damage, turns that 1 to a 3. And then he retreats.
And he's exhausted when he retreats, but...
Okay.
And then this guy comes and joins me. I got the Master Cave Spider. He poisons. He's not near me. He advances. Then he inflicts. He inflicts his 1 damage. So that becomes that. Have we been doing your poison? Have we been ignoring your poison?
What poison?
You've got a poison. Oh no, you got a focus.
I have
okay.
a focus.
Good.
I'm killed the poison before they poisoned
me. Well, that's
me.
good. All right, so we have done the
poison.
We've done the enemy. Now we do the peril. Peril happens there, and he spawns 2 enemies. Oh, that one face down. Is it face down?
That's a good question.
Spawn 2 enemies in the shadows, so they're face up. Okay, you want to shuffle those, and then we'll spawn another one?
No, but I will.
And a Master Ogre. Oh, Rat Swarm. There are a lot of those.
Oh, he's coming your way.
If you're going my way. All right. And then enemies untapped, by the way, at the end of the last one.
But then it becomes our turn, right?
Nope. Before our turn, at the end of the travel phase, I'm going to have you untap your beatdown.
So everything's still happening. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna.
My beatdown?
Your beatdown.
I get to beat down again?
And you can roll that dice to see if we spawn something more.
Of course
we do.
Where does it go? Can there
face
only be
down
3
in the shadows. No, you can have lots in the shadows.
Okay.
And just if they come for you, if you don't eliminate enough, then they do their damage and run back. So.
Now it's your turn, right?
Now it is my turn.
Attack what is in front of you.
I think I might have
I can pull them and...
I can only attack 1 critter. You may exhaust 1 minion. I'll exhaust that guy. I may become engaged with an enemy. Should I get the Rat Swarm out of your way?
It's coming your way anyway. Do you think you're going to kill... How many dice do you get?
I get 3 dice, so it's possible.
But you don't have any bonuses.
Yeah, I can only hit 1 thing anyways. So I guess I'll just do what I'm going to do. 3 dice. 1 damage.
He hit you, and you hit him for 3.
Yeah.
So he dies.
He dies, and I take a point of damage.
That's the way it's going to be.
I don't know why he's got to be that way.
Sorry.
It doesn't really matter. But I had this damage over here because I figured that would happen.
Yeah.
And then I claim a success.
All right. Well,
Nature has not been that furious.
I can engage with 2 enemies, so
Hello, Splig.
I will bring him.
Does it say engage with 2?
Up to 2
Okay,
enemies.
it doesn't say minion enemies. Okay.
No.
Okay.
2 enemies.
Sometimes it specifies.
And he's got 4
You've got to do 4 to kill him.
to kill him.
Actually, no, you only got to do 3 because right
And
now
does the
that's
game
fully
instantly win?
explored during the travel
Because
phase.
we're... Oh,
At
so we
the
got to
end of the
survive.
round, so after the travel phase.
So they get to attack us once.
Oh, yes.
So I might as well pull...
You want that big ogre.
You want me to take him?
I don't care.
I'll bring the ogre over here. I don't care. Alright. Except he's going to do 3 if he hits me.
You want to put him back?
Might be better to take him. So I get 3 dice, they get 2 dice. Dang it. They both hit me. Wow.
Well, takes 1 damage off the total, so you still you take 2 damage.
That's not... Well, yeah.
Why don't you just flip that 1 to a 3?
Yeah.
And then you did...
And then I've done 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you need to do 3, and he's only got 1 shield.
Yeah, he's only got 1 shield.
So you've done enough.
To kill him? 3... Yeah.
Now you could just put another damage on the swarm if you wanted to, but... Or keep that success for later.
So he is gone.
Splig is dead!
He wasn't so bad.
Yeah, so we just got to survive this round, which won't be hard.
Yeah. No, they can't really kill us. We got 20, almost 20 points.
So.
Yay!
Yay.
Alright. I cracked a skull. I'm happy.
Okay, so was that 1 or 2 for us?
Well, they just attacked... No, I just attacked
No, you just
him.
attacked them.
That was 1.
That was 1. So
2 is
just for the fun of it,
fixing us.
I'm going to aid and take 3 damage off of you and roll and give you some successes. Not that you need them. You got 2 successes.
Yay.
And you can ready an activation card.
Really?
Yep. And you may exhaust a minion in front of you.
Nice. I can, not you, huh?
Correct. Aid is all about helping the other guy. It's kind of neat the way the system works. Is one of the cards that you're using is to force team play. All right.
So then it would be my turn.
Then it would be your turn.
Well, I might as well bring the ogre over here now.
Now I'd like to bash you in the face.
And we'll attack again.
You only needed to roll 1 of those.
Oh, yeah. Well, they both miss, so...
Yeah.
6. I needed 4 for him. I need 2 more.
Yep.
For him, and they both die.
Punish them. Punish them!
Berserker!
Berserker rage! Berserker rage! Alright, so then...
So we have...
Yeah, so then I'm going to take a little damage during the enemy phase. It's this guy. He does a hex. This enemy is engaged with you, become weakened. Whatever. Retreat and then inflict.
My
He
weakened party at
inflicts
the end.
1 point of damage.
Our leader.
Well, who made the healer the leader? All right, and then the peril phase happens, but it wouldn't matter. We'd get 2 more bad guys, but in the shadows, but we don't care. And at the start of the phase, we could activate blah 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 blah. But we've met our requirements, so now we read victory. Another goblin falls before you as the rest break and flee. This place isn't even worth raiding anyways, Splig announces as he turns tail. Back to the mine, boys. You better you think better of pursuing at this hour. I'm sorry, I'm using the Splig voice. You think better of pursuing at this hour. Much worse things come out at night than goblins. For now, you feel content that a reward should be awaiting you back in Gold Hall.
Very good.
It. I think it's a cool game.
I like it.
I mean, obviously the other missions will be much more of a challenge.
Of course, it always helps when you win.
Yeah, no, and a wise game makes it fairly easy for you to win the first time.
Yeah.
So, what time is it?
I don't know. Are you gonna?
Well, that's the question. Are we setting something else up?
Yeah, are you gonna do them as all one?
All right, so we're gonna cut this one. We'll tear it down, and we'll set up another one for anybody who might be watching.
It's 8:30. We have time. Just gotta stretch.